Hey guys, so I want to talk a little bit about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. About the things that I liked, really did not like. As some of you know, I am a huge Assassin's Creed fan. Don't know if you see it, I will make a little picture about it, if you like that, you know. So I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan, but this game was a disappointment. Oh my god. If you see me looking down, I actually wrote down a lot of things. Not even the good things, the bad things. So yeah, it's all bad things on this. It was so much I had to write it down. And yeah, so let's just talk about it. The first thing that really bothered me was how unfinished the game was. It was lagging. Sometimes the frame rate just went out of nowhere from 60 to 2, 3 frames per second or something like that. And it was always at a camp or at a fort, which not the big fort, the smaller ones with wooden fences. If you play the game, you know there's a ton of those kind of forts, which was just ridiculous as well. It didn't feel like Assassin's Creed at that point. That was it was too much built on war. Okay, the Spartans and all that thing. Yes, it's a lot about war, but it's an Assassin's Creed game, Ubisoft. Assassin's Creed. I know this predates Origins, so there wasn't a Assassin's Brotherhood per se, but still, come on. Where was the mysteries? There are like only 4 or 5 tombs in there. It was really freaking repetitive, over and over and over. So what I encountered in game was a lot of NPCs going through the map, falling through the map, coming out of nowhere, so right in your face. Sometimes they just and went like that, you know. It was ridiculous at one point. I just started to make those in-game pictures and just showed it. But that I don't know, the in-game picture thing, I think is bullshit as well, because I saw a lot of dumb pictures getting a lot of likes. I actually had like 2 or 3 pictures that I put online that got a few dozen likes, but absolutely no likes in game. That's weird. That's really weird. So yeah, that's another thing which I had in Origins as well. I had some really good pictures in Origins, 0 likes, all of them. So you can say, well, that's just you and you don't have a lot of friends on your PS4 list and blah 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 blah. That's all okay. I understand that, but still, it's weird. It's weird how some ridiculous pictures got even like 1,000 likes on one picture I had that, like I said, had a dozen likes online, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and it didn't have any likes in game. That just is a little weird. So yeah, what else was the glitches, of course, on the naval picture, the naval things, the naval. Naval. That's a thing on your belly, the navel, whatever. the boats, the ships, the things. Oh my god, it was so not. It just didn't feel right. It felt unfinished again. To me, it felt like they put it in because their upcoming Skull and Bones is actually based off that portion from Assassin's Creed. And they were testing, how do you like this, how do you like that, this boat, blah 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 blah, the ship. I just did not like it. It did not feel like it was a natural thing in that game. It was just bullshit. You had to throw javelins. I think I threw javelins like one or twice. It didn't want to throw at all sometimes. It just it had no indication that it was throwing either. The fireballs, I think I did it once out of luck. The boats, the ships, they just come again out of nowhere. You just rowing, so to say, sailing actually. All of a sudden, there are like two ships, boom, right in front of you, and they see you, and you have to enter the battle, even though that's not what you want. So yeah, I just didn't think it was a good thing. So I fast traveled a lot from all of the islands, which I usually tend to not do. And I did a lot of fast traveling in this game. Also, the horses in this game, I mean, they automatically start slowing down when you're near a town. So I get it if you're in the town, but when you're near the town, they do it as well. It's fucking annoying. If I am going to be on a horse, I want the speed. I want to go faster because I have to go to the other place. And it just went, I really hated that. I mean, frustration right there. The next thing was when you tame a animal, they just died out of nowhere. I don't know. I don't know what was wrong with that, but I had two wolves die on me. One was on my boat. I stole a boat, and it was in the front of the boat, and boop, and he was dead. Don't know why, but okay, I get that. I mean, a wolf or a dog or whatever animal that's not water-based shouldn't be on a boat. So yeah, I got that, but I also had just like running. I was running on the pathway, and I get, your animal has been killed. I go where he's supposed to be killed, no indication. No other animals, no other Spartans or Athenians, nothing. He just died out of nowhere, which is fucking ridiculous as well. So yeah, I got that one. What else did I? The NPCs, which is the naval stuff, named animals, which was ridiculous. Which are at last, the most irritating thing was the game, not the glitches, but the crashes. I had 6 game crashes. I think 4 of them I lost actually progress of it, which is weird. Yeah, because if you look at the little screen thingy, it went like 6 times, 7 times in a few minutes. When it crashed, I had to load it up. It was gone. All my progress was gone. Well, not all of it, but in a little thing, which you can do a lot of progress, it was just gone. So I had to kill everybody in a fort, which was kind of ridiculous as well. I mean, you have to kill the whole fort. Why? Why? You know? And yeah, I even had a system crash at one point. I was searching for better weapons in my inventory, and it just crashed. My whole PlayStation 4 Pro, it crashed. It just went down, and I had to reboot it myself, which was weird. I never accounted it before that or after that, but yeah, I had that. And yeah, I don't know, it was just a huge disappointment. Even the storyline at the end, I loved the storyline all the way up until the end. I thought it was awesome. At one point, there was this last cultist that I thought was Akibana or Alikiba. What's his name? The white-haired guy, which was gorgeous, a gorgeous guy, by the way. He likes to have sex. That's his thing. And I was reading the last cultist line, and it's saying it like to be with haters, which is hookers, basically. So in my mind, I put those two together. So I went where that cultist was, and it was a random commander, which you haven't heard of the entire game. I have been there in that. One moment. I have been there in that region, in that town, I think like 3-4 times. I haven't heard anything about that cultist, which was a commander. I haven't heard anything of that, which is weird, because when you actually enter the little storyline, they say that he was a big control freak. Yeah, he liked to control things. But if I've been there before, why haven't I heard anything about him before that point? You know? That was just weird and lazy writing, if you ask me. Also, I went online just to search a little bit, and I saw that a lot of people say, secret ending, this ending, that ending, do something ending. I don't feel there is an ending. I have 4 endings. I had the family one, I had the Atlantis one, and 2 other ones. I can't remember which one I had, but anyway, those were the main ones that I remember, because I really enjoyed the Atlantis and the family part of it. So I went there, and it was disappointing. I mean, at least I know that this game predates Origins story. But in Origins story, they are using sages. Why not connect it with Asperia? They don't do that. You know, it's irritating. Just put a little hint in there that Origins come after this game. You know, nothing. A huge disappointment. Oh, let's create a new thing. Done. That's it. You can go back in the world. Nothing. Not even end credits. The same thing with the mom stuff and the family stuff. I sit around, we eat, you go outside, done. Now what? Nothing else. No storyline after that, nothing. You're done, you know? The Atlantis one. I won't really spoil it that much, but after the Cassandra thing, that's it. You go back. Hassan goes back into the Animus to play with Cassandra. That's it. They don't really tell anything intriguing. You know, it did not feel as an ending. That's the way it's set up. Seeing how they want to do the live service thing, and they're just pumping out little storylines instead of big DLCs, which is fucking stupid. I mean, come on. This is a storyline driven thing. You should just do big storyline things. Yeah, I mean, that was a really stupid decision. I don't know why. I don't even see that they can do that with their upcoming game, Beyond Good and Evil 2. But yeah, you know, I mean, they're just turning into EA. They're turning into EA. Even though the microtransactions is just basically not physical, but more, oh, you have a nice hat, there you go. Oh, you have a nice outfit, there you go. It's more cosmetic, so to say. Some of them say, oh yeah, but this on that day you also have that, like EA. Well, it's not like that, because if you have a weapon that you bought on the online store, and the weapon is level 14, you cannot use it until you're level 14. After that, it keeps being level 14. You have to upgrade it yourself. So yeah, it's not really like EA's thing where you have an advantage for the things you buy. It just, you have to level up or upgrade yourself. So I don't know if they're going to change that. They might, I think. I mean, if they're already doing this weird thing with storyline, and you can actually see it with the trophies. There are like 5 trophies. Kill this guy, kill that guy. Those guys aren't even in the game yet. You have to wait. They don't even really say, oh, this week it's coming out, that week that other guy is coming out. They are just really thinking, oh, you'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back after I played Red Dead Redemption on the DLCs of Spider-Man, on The Last of Us 2, which is most likely in March of 2019. What else? The Cassandra and Alexio's storyline. I know, I see you think, like, you just already said something about the storyline. Yes, I loved it, but there is one thing that I was disappointed in, that Cassandra did not have her own storyline. Even Evelyn had her own storyline. She had her own game. And they did this whole thing with other media saying that, oh, you can finally play the full game as a woman. Well, technically you cannot. You can, but you can't. Because it doesn't matter if you play as Cassandra or Alexio, it's the same freaking storyline, which is disappointing. Like I said, at least Evelyn had her own storyline, her own stuff going on, and it would have been a better RPG if Cassandra had her like a full own storyline, not just the first little part where they fall in the ocean, because that's the only difference between that. So yeah, that it was just a disappointment. I I like the game. I love the game actually, even with all of the glitches, with all the system crashes and the game crashes, the irritation sometimes. I still kind of like the game, love the game. Yeah, to me it was an Assassin's Creed game, but it was not. I mean, they keep uh, fans, which I don't think are really fans, they keep asking for Ezio. Stop for asking for Ezio. It's done. He's over. Move up. Move the fuck on. I actually like that every new game you have other characters to play, new storylines, new things. But I also say there are a lot of comic characters that I would love to see in a game. But please, please take the fucking time to make it right. I mean, this game had too many glitches for the money you asked. They also just built on selling the merchandise, like the statues, like the big ass. What was it? Like $7,000 or something like that. Really, real Assassin's Creed fans cannot afford that. So yeah, stop making them. It's stupid. Put that money in making those statues. Put that money into the fucking game. How about that? Maybe that will have a better freaking game, because Odyssey was a utter disappointment. The storyline was solid up to a point. They could have done so much more with it. The end was the endings, and there was no ending because, like I said, they don't even have end credits. That's how bad it was. Yeah, it was such a disappointment. I mean, I enjoyed playing the game, but I also did not enjoy playing the game. I really, at one moment, I was doing the same thing, having to do all those weird forts, not even getting a trophy out of it, by the way, which was quite irritating as well. Yeah, I don't know, with the wanted level, which I get, but then you also have an arena, redundant. Why do you have two? Why do you have both? The combat was kind of nice. It wasn't that much different as Origins, although the fire stuff is ridiculous. You die way too much, way too fast. A fire, you set yourself on fire all of a sudden. I like, when I go into a tomb, I like to light all the things that you can light. So I know, okay, I've been there, I have to go the other way. Or, I've been there, I know this is the exit. I set myself on fire so many freaking times. It's just ridiculous how many times I set myself on fire. And um, even in a cutscene where I was well, it's not really a cutscene, but it's one of those finishing scenes where I was doing a overpower move, and I had lit my sword or whatever it was. I was fighting a Mystios, a mercenary, and instead of that mercenary catching fire, I was the one catching my own fire. I mean, how fucking dumb is that? You know? There were so many things wrong. They really needed to just wait 1 year and release it next year and actually really just played out the game, just fixed the game on way. You know, I mean, it was a disappointment. I would not recommend it to buy it now. Wait till next year. Like I said, wait till March when everything is out. Buy yourself the game cheaper. Of course, some of you already bought them now with Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Yeah, that was a good choice, you know. Buy it when it's cheaper. The money isn't there. It's not worth it. I have a season's pass, which, like I said, why? Seeing they do it in periodics, it's stupid. It's ridiculous. You know, that's what I have to say. I love the storyline, like I said, like 3 times now, and yeah, that's it. You know, that was my thoughts on Assassin's Creed. Next, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Next, I'll be playing Red Dead Redemption. I know a lot of people already played through it, and the online beta was just out and all of that stuff. But again, I am a Assassin's Creed fan, so I really, in my heart, I needed to finish that game first before I moved on. I'm still contemplating if I should actually go back to Spider-Man and do the 2 DLCs that are already out before I go into Red Dead Redemption. Because I know Red Dead Redemption is a huge freaking game. And I know the way I play games is I have to unlock everything. I have to find every treasure. I have to do all side missions and all that kind of stuff. I have to do all of that, you know, hunt the wild and stuff like that. So I'll be playing that for hours and hours and hours. Odyssey, I think I put in like 150 hours. About that, I'll put some stats right there. So yeah, that's about it. You know, I can't say more about it. It was a disappointment. A disappointment.